Did you know that you can 5x your traffic to your website, your blog, or even your YouTube channel with Pinterest? In this video, I'm going to break down 7 strategies that you can use to create content on Pinterest so that you can get more eyeballs on your content. Make sure that you watch the video till the end, because in the end I'm going to share a power tip that is going to make your content creation really simple. Hi. Welcome to InDesign Digital Studio. I am Shamika. I am a web brand and graphic designer. I help creative entrepreneurs and content creators with their branding, web design and graphic design needs. On this channel, I'll be sharing tips and tricks to create content for your business. So if this is something that you're interested in, do subscribe to my channel. And let's get into the video. Pinterest is a search engine and not a social media platform. So the content on Pinterest is forever. The pins you create now will drive traffic to your content even after 6 months or an year. With the tips that I'm going to share in this video, your content creation for Pinterest is going to get simpler. So let's dive straight into the 7 strategies that I'm going to share. So the first tip is to create pins in correct size. Creating pins in correct size is also very important to achieve success on Pinterest. Vertical pins perform the best on Pinterest. According to Pinterest best practices, Pinterest recommends vertical pins with 2:3 ratio, ideally sized 1000 pixels into 1000 pixels for standard pins. For idea pins, the ideal size recommended by Pinterest is 1980 pixels by 1080 pixels, where the aspect ratio is 9:16. So my tip number 2 is create fresh pins. Pinterest recommends creating fresh pins for each piece of content. Fresh pins are those pins that Pinterest has not seen before. Fresh pins means using different images or videos for each new piece of content. Using the same image with different text is not considered as a fresh pin. Unfortunately, pinning just one image multiple times on Pinterest doesn't help you succeed anymore on Pinterest. Tip number 3. Create different types of pins for one piece of content. It is very difficult to create fresh pins every time. So what I would recommend is to create different types of pins for your blog post, products, or even your YouTube channel. So you can create standard pin, idea pin, or even a video pin. You can also create rich pins for your blog post, recipes, or your products by pinning directly from your website, blog, or your shop. So normally what I like to do when creating pins for my content, say if I'm creating pins for my blog post, I like to create 5 standard pins, 1 or 2 idea pins, and 1 video pin. So this makes sure that I'm pinning fresh content every time to Pinterest. Thank you so much. If you're still watching this video, do let me know in the comment section how do you create content for Pinterest. Now let's dive in our next step. Use pins with text on images. Use text overlays when creating your pins unless you're just pinning photographs to Pinterest. Using text will help your audience know what they can expect when they click on the pin. You can use different types of text for the same piece of content. Also make sure that your text is big enough that it is readable. And your text should be the main focus of the pin and not the background image. So my next tip is to use call to action. Make sure that you use call to action on all your pins. Call to action is where you tell your audience to take some kind of action like click here, buy now. A few call to actions that you can use are read my blog post, buy the product, download the freebie, etc. When a user sees a call to action, it triggers him to take an action, giving more exposure to your products or your services. So my next tip is branding your pins. Branding your pins is also very important. Create pins that are cohesive to your brand, website, or just your Pinterest account. Use similar fonts and colors when designing your pins. Having a similar look will help your audience recognize your pins better, so that if they have visited your website before, they'll recognize the pins from your website or your blog content. So my last and very important tip when you are creating content for Pinterest. And this tip is going to make your life very simple. Create templates for your Pinterest pins. I would recommend creating at least 10 templates for your pins. You can use these templates in rotation when creating your pins. If you have your templates ready, You will always have a base when creating new content for Pinterest, and you will never start from a blank page. So these are the 7 strategies or tips that I wanted to share in this video. Thanks for watching the video till the end. See you in the next video. Bye.